Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I will stand on existing protocol if you don't mind. I was actually told I was just going to come and deliver a paper, and so when I was called to come and sit as a panelist, well, I was going to be ready for it, but I only prepared myself to come and deliver a speech. But however, I'm elated and delighted to be here this afternoon. I know the organizers of the World United organizers of this conference and symposium have really done well. So I've invited good professionals here to come and deliver. I heard online of course, the speech by Mrs. Funke, and of course, I picked a couple of things she said there, which was, of course, things that are restraining to FCIArb and, of course, SATEM. I want to go back to what the professor said while he was making his presentation here. Of course, two things I picked out in that presentation was Jakbada and SATEM. I'm going to talk a little bit of Jakbada. Yes, of course. That is very, very key of what is happening right now to the aviation sector. We have our airlines who are bleeding right now because pilots are jackpotting away because of more pay. I can tell you it has happened not once, not twice, severally. In fact, some group of pilots left one airline and went all the way to Uganda. There were about 6 or 7 of them. You can imagine an airline losing 6, 7 pilots at once, all the way to Uganda because they were offering dollars and all that. So what the professor said is, how do we stop this type of jackpotting is to be able to give more incentive to our pilots, more incentive to our engineers, more incentive to our, even cabin crew, they still go to all this place. We have cabin crew in Uganda Air, we have cabin crew, Nigerian cabin crew in Rwanda Air, and so on and so forth. So I know the airlines that are here hearing me, of course, Professor Biera is here, was saying, you want me to pay my pilots 10 or 11 million. That is where it's going up to, so we will have to see what we have to do. Some operator called me 2 days ago and said, what can we do? My pilots are leaving me to go and fly for a Sky. What are you going to do as a regulator? I said, we'll sit down, we'll call AON and see how we can foster around it. So things are being done in that regard, I can assure you, Chief Obiora. The other aspect is about SATEM. Of course, SATEM is needed. It's a political will from every state member to be able to implement it. Nigeria is trying to implement it, but we need the political will, and we have a good honorable minister who is going to put all the political will he can to his president and make sure that this is achievable. Right now, I have a conference I'm going to in Congo, Brazzaville. You won't believe it. I'll fly from Lagos back to Lome before they'll take me back, flying across Nigeria to go to Congo, Kinshasa first, before I'll hop to Congo, Brazzaville. If SATEM is implemented, we will do direct Lagos, direct to Congo, Brazza. So it is important, and all the countries, all the state members are doing everything possible because of the YD Yamoussoukro decisions to make sure that this is implemented. Now, I'll go into my speech. It is with immense honor and a deep sense of purpose that I address this August gathering at the Maiden International Air Transport Conference convened under the theme Air Transport in Africa, Prospects and Challenges. This landmark event represents a pivotal moment for the African aviation industry a chance to collectively reflect, strategize, and commit to transforming our air transport sector into a cornerstone of continental integration, economic growth, and sustainable development. The state of air transport in Africa right now, Africa's air transport sector, desperate to trade, tourism, and socioeconomic development, she continues to grapple with numerous challenges. The region accounts for just a fraction of global air traffic, constrained by slow infrastructure development, high operational costs, and regulatory hurdles. The establishment of the African Continental Free Trade Area, that's the AFTAD, unlike the single African air transport market, SATAM, underscore a clear intent among African nations to address these barriers. These frameworks provide the foundation of the seamless movement of people and goods across the continent, and a vision that is essential to our collective prosperity through the African Union Agenda 2063. Opportunities for growth. While the challenges are significant, the prospects for growth are boundless. Over the next 2 decades, air travel demand in Africa is projected to grow exponentially, driven by a bourgeois population, urbanization, and the rise of a middle class with great mobility needs. This conference presents a unique opportunity to highlight this growth drivers and attract the investments needed to bridge gaps in infrastructure capacity and technology. By fostering collaboration among government, airlines, airport operators, and private investors, we can unlock the untapped potentials of African aviation. There's key areas of transformation, enhancing regional connectivity, just like we've been talking about. Initiatives like SATAM must be supported through the removal of restrictive bilateral air service agreements. This will not only reduce operational costs, but also improve access to undeserved routes, fostering intra-African trade and tourism, like the Prof has said. Promoting innovation and technology with strengthening financial framework. The perception of risk remains a significant barrier to investment in African aviation. We must work towards a regulatory framework that enhances transparency and predictability, creating an environment where financiers and lessors can operate with confidence. Promoting innovation technologies, leveraging and advancements in technology will be critical to improving safety, efficiency, and customer experience, from digitalization operations to green energy solutions. Innovation must be at the heart of our strategic vision. What about capacity building? The development of a human capital within the sector cannot be overlooked. We must invest in training programs and partnerships that empower a new generation of African aviation professionals, ensuring that the sector remains competitive on the global stage. Collaborating efforts for a sustainable future. The success of the African aviation sector hinges on collaboration. Conferences like this one provides a platform for exchanging best practices, aligning policy objectives, and fostering partnerships that address systematic challenges. Together, we can chart a roadmap for an integrated and sustainable African aviation system. What is our call to action? As stakeholders, it is our collective responsibility to ensure that the outcomes of this conference translate to actionable strategies. Let us leave this forum with a renewed commitment to overcoming the challenges before us and capitalizing on the immense opportunities that lies ahead. Conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the future of African aviation is bright, but it requires concerned effort, visionary leadership, and unwavering resolve. By addressing the challenges, embracing innovation, and fostering unity, we can transform air transport into a powerful driver of African socio-economic development. Let us seize this movement Let us seize this moment to build an aviation sector that truly reflects the global aspirations of our continent, a sector that connects, empowers, and uplifts every citizen of Nigeria and Africa by extension. Thank you, and I look forward to the fruitful deliberation and partnership that will emerge from this groundbreaking conference. Long live African aviation, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Meet our sponsors.